You're listening to a Frequency Podcast Network production.
The Brock and Dalby Podcast.
This is the Brock and Dalby Podcast.
Welcome to Monday. My name is Brock. As you can tell, I'm flying solo today because my man Dalby took the day off to go watch his kids' track and field day for school. And I will say, track and field day at school was one of my favorite days of the year. I mean, you either loved it or you absolutely dreaded it. If you were athletic, it was basically your Olympics. If you weren't, it was essentially a few hours of finding new and creative ways to get embarrassed. But the best part, I think we can all agree, it's no school. It doesn't matter if you won a ribbon or you finished dead last in the 400 meters, you still got out of math class at the end of the day. Honestly, I was thinking, it'd be really cool if workplaces had a track and field day, you know? Because most companies, they don't even do staff parties anymore. I think give us like maybe a relay race between accounting and HR, a little long jump or something. And instead of a ribbon, you get a little bonus. Maybe an extra vacation day if you come out on top there, right? Nothing like watching the IT guy pull his hamstring trying to get a little bonus there. Although I think like this could work especially in the trades. Like you could have, I don't know, a wheelbarrow slalom. You could have the 400-meter dash with guys carrying concrete on their backs. Stuff like that. Maybe the extension cord hurdles, lay out uncoiled, tangled extension cords or large PVC pipes across the course. Runners got to sprint and leap over them without tripping. All in steel toe boots, though. All in steel toe boots.
This is the Brock and Dalby Podcast.
Trevor, would you be down for track and field day at work?
Yeah, I would have a wrench throwing competition.
See who can toss it the farthest?
Farthest or fastest, because I've heard some pretty loud bangs in the shot when you get mad.
See, you could have like a wrench tossing competition. You could also maybe have like a scavenger hunt too or something like that of tools, right?
That's a daily occurrence. I spend more time walking around looking for tools than actually fixing stuff.
Hide a bunch of washers somewhere out in a field, and whoever comes back Easter egg hunt style with the most gets the bonus.
Yeah, or whoever finds the 10 mil the fastest.
We got a lot of good suggestions coming out on the text line, although someone did say this would be a huge OSHA violation, which... Shame. Come on, man. Anything fun that happens at work, you do not report to OSHA. We've got Sean on the phone. Sean, would you participate in track and field day at work?
Yeah, I'd like to see the electricians do the 100-meter dash pushing a broom. You could probably time it with a sundial.
Shots fired, eh?
A little bit. I've worked around a couple of them.
You know, I will say, though, if you were to add an event, you could do the cleanup. The cleanup could be an interesting one.
Oh, 100%. Just leave the electricians at home.
What other events would you add to the track and field day?
How fast a plumber could unclog a drain.
Oh, you could have the snake games. Yeah, that could work for sure.
Yep. Roofers, like how fast they can peel the shingles off a roof.
Yeah, dude, honestly, yeah, you could have a race in that for sure. I mean, just even maybe a breathalyzer test there too somewhere.
You could do the, non-performance Olympics there, or the performance Olympics.
It's like the enhanced games that just happened last week with the roofers, right?
Yeah, that's about it.
The Brock and Dalby Podcast.
I bet you wish you were still sleeping right now. What if I gave you $100,000 to just stay in bed as long as you possibly can? Well, that's an actual game show that's going to be coming to TV soon. It's called the Bed Rot Challenge, where exactly what I just said, they've got a bunch of contestants who just have to stay in bed the longest without coming in contact to the ground for $100,000. Now, I've been trying to look into this on like what the parameters are on it. Like, are they allowed bathroom breaks? Are they allowed to eat? Is everything just confined to the bed? I'm not 100% on that, but I feel like every single one of us could win this game show. This would be like the easiest game show of all time. Also, I mean, just in general, even if you don't win, how nice would it be to just catch some extra Z's? Just for the hell of it, because you need it, right? I love the idea of a game show that everybody can participate in, because there's no strength challenge or anything to this. I mean, unless that's something they add to the game there, but it's not like being on Survivor or Wipeout or anything like that. All you have to do is lay there. I don't know how entertaining for television that's going to be, but I love the idea of taking things that the average person does and making it into a game show. I mean, hell, every time I go downtown and I watch people parallel park, I feel like that could be a game show. I mean, I guess there was Canada's Worst Driver. That's pretty much it right there. But another thing I always think of is, do you remember they made like the Lego building TV game show with kids and their parents a few years ago? I've always thought that they should make an IKEA show where it's couples trying to put together furniture. You could have like new couples versus older couples who can put it together the fastest without any missing pieces. And you can have points for or deducting against arguing and such. And the money you get towards at the end maybe goes towards your marriage or maybe goes towards your divorce.
The Brock and Dalby Podcast.
The Brock and Dalby Podcast.
There was a show on Prime. It's like a therapist, and they're like a therapy, like couples are going through therapy, a game show like that, but like full intense. Everybody's riding the emotional roller coaster of a fight in front of everybody and having to work through that. I think that would be hilarious. But I'm very petty when it comes to my shows. Like Love is Blind is like my favorite show.
So basically, essentially, you just want to see like couples therapy on TV, but it doesn't involve you.
Yes, and I want like the juiciest drama and like the whole entire relationship falling apart in front of Canada and America on TV, and then them repairing it. I want them to be going back.
Honestly,
but
I would watch the hell out of a therapist reality TV show, just especially the part where like the therapist is one-on-one with the camera talking smack about their clients.
Hell yeah, that's the best part. Those are like, it's like it goes from like the session to then the therapist being like, I don't know if I can fix this. This is out of my scope today.
A therapist reality show where the therapists have to talk with a therapist themselves.
Oh yeah, there we go. I think we're on to something here.
Master therapist.
Master of Therapists. There we go. That's the name of the show. Now, Courtney and you can't appear on it, nor can Craig and I. We just need everybody else so we can wallow in their
Of course, our
self-pity.
relationships are obviously perfect.
That's right. Hair flip.
The Brock and Dalby Podcast.
I think we can all agree that not everybody handles a breakup too well. Well, this one guy in Pennsylvania is actually facing charges because he went a little overboard when his wife told him she wanted a divorce. Check this out. This guy's potentially facing charges right now after he came home drunk one night, got into an argument with his missus. She tells him, listen, pal, I can't do this anymore. I'm done. We're done. So he thinks the logical thing to do is go outside, grab the excavator that's parked outside, and just start tearing apart the house. Yeah, police say he started using the excavator to rip apart part of the house while actually some of his family was inside. Thankfully, nobody was hurt, but he's now facing a bunch of charges. The charges are actually pretty crazy in itself. Endangering another person, disorderly conduct, and creating a catastrophe, which I didn't even know that was a thing. And, look, we all know that breakups are tough. We've all done things we regret after hearing the bad news. Maybe you ate a tub of ice cream. Maybe you sent a text that you shouldn't. Most people don't go full demolition contractor, though. The thing that gets me, though, is, she said the marriage was over. And I guess in his mind, everybody knows in a divorce that she gets half of everything. So maybe this guy just decided, fine, then nobody gets the ensuite.
The Brock and Dalby Podcast.
The Brock and Dalby Podcast.
If you ever see a famous person or a celebrity in the wild, what's the first thing you're going to do? Probably ask them for a picture, or if you're awkward, maybe try and do one of those sneaky creeper shots from across the room like you're conducting surveillance for the FBI. Well, I just want to let you know that apparently the famous people are onto us, and we are not sneaky at all, as there's an actor named Cole Sprouse that has actually started a second Instagram account that's blowing up. It's called Camera Duels, and the whole idea is he takes pictures of people who are trying to secretly take pictures of him. It's a really funny page. Like a lot of awkward people trying to do like that side thing, pretend they're on the phone, pretend they're texting, holding up. Apparently, we are not subtle at all when we're trying to take these creeper shots of celebrities. What's weird is this is only really a problem for the last, 15 or 20 years? I think like before camera phones, if you met a celebrity, you just had a story unless you had, I don't know, a digital or disposable camera on you. You'd come home and you'd tell your buddies, hey, I met so-and-so at the bar. And they'd go, yeah, sure you did. Honestly, for celebrities, they probably had it way better back then. No photos, no proof, no social media. I mean, you think about it, like rock stars used to be rock stars, partying all the time. You don't hear as much of that now, especially with camera phones and paparazzi. It makes sense why there's all those legendary Bill Murray stories. You know, you always hear those stories of someone seeing Bill Murray in a weird place or doing something, and he go up to them and go, nobody will ever believe you. Just feels like back then meeting a celebrity was like seeing Bigfoot. The less evidence you had, the better story that you got.
The Brock and Dalby Podcast.
As I mentioned earlier, Dalby's taking his kids to track and field day for school, which I was saying was one of my favorite days of the school year, and a lot of you unanimously disagreed with me on that. So I started trying to think here, making a list of the best days of the school year. And here's my top 5. I'm eliminating the track and field day because you're right. Number 1, we all can agree. It's the last day of school, right? End of the school year. Alice Cooper wrote a whole song about it. Number 2, I'd say the last day before winter break is pretty sick. You know, it's a half day, kind of just chilling, maybe just eating food at school, watching Christmas movies, making little knickknacks to bring home. It's a pretty tight day, right? Number 3, gotta be field trips. Field trips were always sick. Coming in number 4, I'm going to say parachute day in PE class. That was always so sick, man. I wish we could do parachute day as an adult. And then coming in at number 5, I'm going to say any day that you had a substitute teacher. Because especially if you had one of those short-term subs that was there for more than a day, maybe a couple of weeks, maybe filling in for a teacher's mat leave, they kind of just have that like Marshawn Lynch mentality.
Hey, I'm just here so I won't get fined.
This is the Brock and Dalby Podcast.
All right, Steve, in your opinion, what was the greatest day of the school year?
It's the Scholastic Book Fair Day, for those of you who are old enough to remember it.
Oh, my God. How could I forget about the Scholastic Book Fair? What a day, baby.
You get $20 from your parents. You wander into the gym. You're going around looking at all these books. You're buying posters you'd never touched before, and you just get an afternoon off. It's awesome.
You know, I will say $20 was a little bit of a stretch. My mom would give me like $5, and I'd go in there and I'd buy like a bunch of mechanical pencils that were sure to break. It was it's interesting looking back on it. You can like tell who were the rich kids, the ones that were getting a ton of stuff at the Scholastic Book Fair, but even just like having those moments to browse, and then like you'd sneak out of class and try and sneak back in there to have a little peek-see as well. We got some great answers like that coming in on the text line at 762-555. Somebody said the first day of school was pretty sick, mainly because you got to flex your new shoes on everyone, which is so true. I mean, even the idea of like seeing all your friends that you didn't see all summer there is pretty cool. Halloween, a lot of people texting in, pretty dope day. Everyone dresses up. Maybe you have like a little dance or something at the school. And then a lot of people texting in about like pizza day or hot dog day, which I don't even know if that's as hype as it used to be. Like when pizza day came on a Friday, everyone was jacked. You're sitting in class before lunch. You can smell the pizza in the hallway there. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. But now kids, they have like hot lunch every single day. I don't think they get as stoked for pizza day as they should. We got one more person on the line here. Sean, what was the greatest day of school in your opinion? What are we missing here?
Yeah, the best day was when the custodian got up on the roof, towards the end of the school year, and started throwing down all the crap.
Yes.
Out the roof.
Yes.
And all the kids were down there like they were at like a concert trying to catch, like the drumsticks, and throwing down like dodgeball, soccer balls.
Oh, all the tennis balls come raining down. Yeah, what a beautiful day.
Everyone's just hopping up and down, screaming for it. It was crazy.
The custodian must feel like a god standing up there with all the kids watching him,
Oh, that was his day to shine.
The Brock and Dalby Podcast.
The Brock and Dalby Podcast.
Welcome to Jurassic Park.
we're doing dinosaur impressions this week because I watched Jurassic Park over the weekend. And what I'm looking for... I'm going to kill that music. What I'm looking for is the raptor call. You know this when the kids are like trapped in the cafeteria, the kitchen there, and the raptors walk in and they go... That's what I want here. If you're not one of my raptors, you are a judge. So 762-555. Let me know who has the best raptor impression in your opinion. But let's get it going here. We'll start off with, who do we got here? We got Joey. Here's Joey.
Hey, this is Joey. Crow.
Oh. Well, that sounds like a movie that you'd watch on City TV at about midnight when your parents go to sleep. Maybe I didn't think this sound through. Let's see what Neil's got here.
It's Neil here. Here we go.
All right. All right, as we can tell, this is going down a rabbit hole that I didn't think about. That was more showcase TV sounds with a motorboat at the end, which maybe tie in together. Still not a raptor impression. Still waiting for the actual raptor impression. Here's Chris.
This is Chris, and this is my raptor.
Oh my God, guys. Getting an inside look into some of these fellas' personal sounds, I guess you could say. All right, who else do we got here? Someone please get the raptor noise. This is what I'm looking for. All right, let's make it a little more PG. Here's Justin. I don't know what that was. Hey, that sounded like someone dying or like a cat with a hairball. Okay, we'll keep it going. Here's Phil. Oh my God. I apologize if you're just tuning into the radio. I know it's early in the morning and you're wondering what the heck's going on. We're making raptor impressions from Jurassic Park, by the way. Okay, I do want to clarify for anyone who just tuned into the radio. I'll do one more. Please give me a raptor noise. This is Mark. You know, I don't know what the hell that was, but I'm going to make an executive decision. Ding. Round of applause. Mark, you're the closest to any dinosaur noise that anybody could have made this morning. So you're our winner. I know there's a bunch of other voice memos coming in. I ain't playing them. I want my job. I want to keep my job. Congratulations, Mark. Thanks for at least attempting the dinosaur noise.
This is the Brock and Dalby Podcast.
Today is one of my favorite days of the year. It is June 1st. And the reason I love June 1st is because for some reason TV news anchors can hardly believe that it's June 1st.
Can't believe it's June 1st already.
Can't believe it's June 1st.
Yeah, June 1st. You're right already.
Can't believe it is June 1st already.
Can't believe it's June 1st.
Can't believe it's June 1st. Can't believe it's June 1st.
I can't believe it's June 1st today.
I know, right? It's hard to believe. Hard to believe.
Jimmy Kimmel put this montage together a couple of years ago of news anchors, and it's essentially proving that they have no personality and clearly are getting something down the wire from a sort of prep sheet or whatever, which I'll say this, if you listen to the radio in the morning and you flip between the dials, you can listen between different stations and tell when they have prep services because they're all talking about the exact same thing. But I think in this case, with the TV news stations, it's like a lot of them are NBC, so they get it fed down a wire. And for some reason, they're all told to talk about how surprised they are that it is June, which I will say does feel like the year's going by pretty fast. I am surprised it's June. But I will also say, if you get caught in an awkward situation today with a coworker, family member, maybe your girlfriend's friend's boyfriend, you're having dinner, you got nothing to talk about today, drop a, can you believe it's June 1st today? And you'll at least be able to kill a minute.
Want to be a part of the podcast?
Leave a message on the Bad Line.
The Bad Line is the answering machine for the Brock and Dalby Show.
To get the number, text the word BAD to 762-555.
Thanks for listening to the Brock and Dalby Podcast.